Hello and welcome back, guys. Today we will start a new act of Macbeth, that is Act 2. So, the first scene is being set up in the court of Macbeth's castle, at Inverness. As the curtains discloses, Banquo and his son Fleet enters. They carried a torch with them because of the darkness of that night. The darkness of that night was enough to commit crimes like murder. Banquo is troubled with doubts and misgivings, and is unable to sleep. Then entered Macbeth and a servant with a torch. Banquo and Macbeth meets. Banquo honestly tells him that he has been thinking of the three witches and their prophecies. But, Macbeth said he does not think about them at all. In this particular scene, the dishonest man tells a lie, while the honest man is frank and truthful. This contrast between the two kept out throughout the play. Macbeth, however, adds that they would talk further regarding the matter when they have more leisure. If he acts according to his wishes, adds Macbeth, it shall make honor for him. Banquo agreed. Macbeth then sends away his servant to tell his mistress to ring the bell when the drink is ready. The servant is gone. Macbeth left alone. Now Macbeth's heated imagination makes him see a blood-stained dagger, which points to the room where Duncan is sleeping. It is merely a hallucination, but it is so real that Macbeth tries to clutch the airborne dagger. Macbeth's soliloquy shows that he has the imagination of a poet, that he is suffering from pricks of conscience. It is an indication of the disintegration which will overtake his soul, as soon as the murder is done. Then, a ringing of bell is heard and both Macbeth's soliloquy and the scene ends. Then the second scene opens. The scene is same, and it follows the previous one. As the curtains discloses, Lady Macbeth is seen alone in the stage. Her soliloquy tells us that she has taken wine which has given her fire and which will enable Macbeth to face the foul deed that is soon to be committed. The two attendants sleep soundly, as she had drugged their wine and so they would not come in their way. But, she is afraid of the weakness of her husband, and she says she would have herself murdered Duncan if he had not resembled her father in his sleep. Macbeth now arrives. He has murdered the king and his hands are soaked with blood. He tells his queen that the two attendants prayed and said amen, but he could not do so. The word gets stuck in his throat. Lady Macbeth advises him not to think those things, otherwise it may make them mad. But Macbeth could not control his thoughts and feelings. Lady Macbeth advises him to place the daggers in the hands of the attendants, and smear them with blood. But Macbeth does not have the courage to do so. So, Lady Macbeth herself goes into the room, and does the needful. On return, she tells Macbeth that a little water clears them of the deed, and so he must not be afraid of it. The words are ironical, for no amount of water will ever be able to clean them of the deed, and it would spell ruin for them. Then, loud knock is heard at the door, and they go in to put on their nightgowns, lest their present dress should show them to be watchers, and creates doubts. They too leaves and the curtains closes. Now, analysis. This is the famous murder scene, and it seems to have been written with a pen of fire. The murder seems to be mirrored in the souls of the two agents. Through them it seems to be visible to us, we seem eyewitness of the deed of death, though it is transacted off the stage. The horrible deed is done, but Macbeth is filled with remorse. His conscience tells him that he will sleep no more and he wishes that the deed had never been done. But Lady Macbeth is calm and self-controlled and manages the affair with great skills. Hence, the two principal figures have been well contrasted. So, that is it for today, guys, and I will meet with you all in the next one. Till then, stay fit and keep learning.